Hello, everybody, and today I'm going to be talking about John Wick 2, or Chapter 2, whatever you want to call it, starring the legendary Kenau Reeves. I think it was his birthday recently. Happy birthday, Kenau Reeves. You're one of the best action... You know what? You are the best action star of all time. Like, seriously. So, this movie it's a little similar to the first one in plot, but, they do some things different. This movie still has that over-the-top action, like, still that good spy filler vibe you get from this. But yeah, this movie, it's not as good as the first John Wick, but there's a lot of cool stuff I think they do with John Wick. For starters, we do finally see Lawrence Fishburne in this movie, which was really nice. Like, I really love the characters we see in, like, The Matrix, like I said before, the last video, and to see them team up again is really nice, because, like I said, Kenau Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, I think, are, like, really good friends in real life, and you just feel the chemistry of them, even in this movie, even though Lawrence Fishburne isn't in it till the end, but still. But I still have to see the third one. But anyway, let's get into the plot of John Wick 2. So, apparently there's this new mafia gang that wants to have John commit an assassination job, but John is done with his assassination game after the first movie, and we even see an open montage of him going after criminals and shooting them down in really over-the-top ways. But he just doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to live a peaceful life, I guess, even if when he still misses his wife, but he's still got that new dog of his. But because John refuses, these gang members now destroy his house, and I was so worried the dog was going to die again, then John would go out for revenge again. But the dog does survive. Thank goodness. And he actually, I do like the part where he sniffs John after, even when the entire house just explodes. John's just flat on the floor after getting somehow hit by the explosion. And now John has to go on a quest to take down these gang members. Even when he drops off his dog, he's now on a manhunt. He even gets his little suit and his gun. So that's how you know he ain't messing around. So I might as well talk about the cons of this movie for a little bit. Like, this movie's kind of slow for me, like, to get into. Maybe because it's similar to the first one a little. But I feel this movie is probably just as enjoyable as the first one for some people. Like, I don't hate this movie at all. I don't. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it was hard to follow a little for me. But I feel like what keeps this movie going for me is definitely Kenau Reeves. Like, I really like him as John Wick. Just this hitman that is willing to go full badass mode against any criminals. And the best part of Kenau Reeves in this movie is where he takes down 3 criminals, and we see it happen simultaneously. Like, he's fighting this big dude. He's just, like, tackling him, and it's almost looking like he's about to take down John, but instead, when he lifts him up, and John just pulls out his gun and then just shoots him in the head, literally pressing it on his head, and then he dies. And I think what is also really over the top is, he grabs a pencil and literally stabs a guy through the neck or eye, and he just goes for the killing blow. Yeah, it's crazy. I think he did something else with this one girl character. Like, I'm not good with these names. And John ends up, I think he, like, uses, like, a chain. He ends up choking her to death. It may have happened earlier in the movie, or that montage where he's fighting people. So that was really good. Like, it's really good action that you just can sit back and enjoy because how fun it is. And I'm pretty sure there's some car chases scenes which are really nice. And who's also in this movie, who's also one of the bad guys, is a character played by Ruby Rose, Batwoman herself. Honestly, I knew she was in this movie, but I never watched the John Wick movies. But then when I decided to check them out finally, I was actually quite surprised she was in this movie. Like, she's pretty good in this movie. Like, even though I wasn't really too into the Batwoman show, but Ruby Rose I thought was decent as Batwoman. But yeah, she's, like I said, she's good in this movie. I think she dies at the end. She ends up becoming the main villain for John as he's trying to hunt down these criminals. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this movie takes place in Rome. Like, it was a nice setting. Like, we get some nice scenes of him running around in Rome and chase some cool chases here and there. Yeah. And I think the best part at the end of the movie, after he finishes off Ruby Rose's character, is like at the end where he has that little conversation with Lawrence Fishburne's character. He ends up running with his dog at the end, ready for the next mission or something, or next journey. And also at the finale, like, it's also in like this mirror room, which is really creative way of having a final battle, which is nice. So I think that's it for John Wick 2. So yeah, not as good as the first one, like I said, but I still think there are good elements of this movie that makes it overall a fine watch. I'd probably give it like a low, maybe 7 out of 10. So tell me, what do you think of John Wick 2? And I'd like to review John Wick 3. John Wick 4, if I watch it eventually, that will be saved for the 2023 movie reviews. So that being said, get ready for John Wick 3 next week. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.